Baltimore Ravens and the Dallas Cowboys. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Thomas. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Detroit!
Jackson from the shotgun. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Now Jackson on 2nd down, and it's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. 3rd down here.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
All right, here we go. Green, 30.
Again, Jackson. And an alley to run. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit.
No, check, Patriot!
Now Collins, and they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. You might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Brown. And he'll actually lose about 7 yards on the return, but they have possession of the football on a turnover. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32.
Here we go. 1-8. It's coming now. Start there, over there. Over here. Start there.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And some space here. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Ravens taking the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for everyone possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, you know, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Set. Blue, land it.
Jackson now. From the gun, he'll throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so... deflating for the defense. What's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
Check. 26.
They'll start the drive with Elliott, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Second down, Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Now the Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third down.
Could be a blitzer.
Good. There we go, kill. Here we go, 180. 26.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And now here come the Ravens. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. And they'll go with the ground attack here. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Play action. Now Jackson. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. Thomas, the intended target.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Hey, we're going right there. We're going right there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Kill.
Prescott on 1st down. Sutton drilling it in on the left side. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Hey, 47. 26.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Switch, hey. Here we go. All right, hey.
Prescott now on 2nd down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here we go. All right, hey. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped, and the Ravens have got it. That's probably bringing back nightmares of last week, isn't it?
No doubt about it. Right now I'm looking over at the coaching staff, and I'm seeing the wheels turning in their heads, and you know what is happening? They're remembering how they started the season in camp, even in the offseason where they emphasized ball security, and they're wondering why the message isn't sinking in.
They have 5 turnovers last week, now 1 here in the opening quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. He's going to go up top again. And this is caught inside the 5. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. And that one results in 35 yards. Trying to punch it in with Collins. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. This is a 26-yard attempt. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A give to Elliott. Pretty move. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Throwing. Prescott drops it underneath to Elliott. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here we go. Wide.
To throw is Prescott. Going for the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The safety that time, Tony Jefferson, there on the coverage.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here we go.
Prescott from the gun. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On the give, this is Collins running left. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. From the gun, Jackson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Right there, over there. Over there. Right there. 26.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Prescott to throw it. He sets to fire deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play here for the Cowboys. 57 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Now Elliott. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On second down, Jackson. Flushed out right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Jackson now. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Thomas. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking long for Thomas. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Ravens on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Jackson. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. This quarterback now 9 of 17 through the air.
No, check, Patriot.
They'll run the option right here on 1st down. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Shaq Lawson's one of those guys that after a while you quit just trying to define him by a position. Defensive end, outside linebacker, doesn't matter. He knows how to get upfield and spill some plays.
So disruptive. What makes him so disruptive?
I think it's strength. If you see his upper body, I mean, he's got some strength up there and some really good hands, but he's got some surprising quickness as well to get him upfield.
That's going to be caught. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They come out here in the eye. On first and goal, Collins. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Alex Collins with touchdown number 8 on the year. And now the Ravens, they're just a 2-point conversion away from tying this up. The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout call as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Justin Tucker for the extra point. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now here come the Cowboys. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
The give is to Elliott. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Now Elliott. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Prescott now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
He'll go 46. Switch to 8. 46.
Here's Prescott. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Final play of the half, Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas where the Cowboys out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Prescott to the right side and complete to Washington. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And a good burst there, gets him 7 up to midfield.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. 10th carry now for Elliott. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
That was a terrific job by the defense stopping them on 3rd and short. But sometimes you get some visual cues from the offense because when they're going in short yard situations, you might see the offensive line come in tighter together, a little more shoulder to shoulder, trying to wedge a hole in the middle. They didn't get it done on that play.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
They'll begin the drive with Collins. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now Jackson on second down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 3rd and 10. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And they work this out past the 25. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that, because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. 1st down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Jackson on 1st down. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Play action. It's Jackson. Caught right side, Tate. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run the counter with Collins. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. And he will find Scott on the right side, complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. It finds Crabtree for the completion. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Michael Crabtree, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are in for 6. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. A toss running left. That's Collins. And he is not going to make it to the goal line. So the defense holds, and this remains a 5-point game. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Looking to throw. Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Prescott now on second down. Throw left side complete. It's Fletcher. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Here we go. 26.
Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fletcher. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Prescott now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. Here's Elliott. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Here you go. 19 feet. Let's get this ball. Here we go.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. The Cowboys on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And it's brought in by Washington. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. A second down throw for Prescott. Flush to his right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Ravens have got it. And just as they thought they might be able to take that across and get the lead, A big red zone turnover.
I know that I am defense-centric, and I want to give them a whole lot of credit, but I just can't believe after that drive, in that position, ball security paramount, they turn the ball over. Terrible.
Here's Jackson to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Thomas. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Jackson now off the bootleg. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage.
When we start looking for big-time corners, we're going to start with athleticism, but without technique, you're not going to make plays as one we just saw there.
The Ravens on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and a mile. Jackson from the shotgun. Forced out to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And taken right on the 30. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Prescott now. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ricardo Lewis, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. All right, so the Cowboys will go for 2 here. Throwing, Prescott. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Let it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. The drive starts with a run by Collins. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They go play action with Jackson. Drops it underneath for Collins. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And they'll run it here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. On 2nd down, Jackson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
They'll try to run some clock now with Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start. But now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball. Getting it away from them, because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
Here's Prescott. He's going to look deep down the field. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Another incompletion would certainly be ideal defensively. A big play now. This is 3rd and 10.
Gun.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers getting together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Jackson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Space to maneuver at the 40. Escapes the defender. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Around the NFL, fourth quarter right now in Atlanta. And scoring again, the Saints have extended their lead. If they hold on, it would be win number 10 for them on the year. And that'll set them back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Jackson. Dancing to his left. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Over the middle, that's caught by Scott. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here's a first down run with Collins. And he'll take this one down near the 15. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Now Jackson on second down. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Whistles in a timeout at the 2:05 mark. So this defense wanting to get one more pause in before the 2-minute warning, and they do just that. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. To throw is Jackson, operating from the gun. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Throw left side taken in by Washington. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
We're going to 53.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Start there, over there. Over there. Start there. There you go.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now In this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Hey, 47.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And they will take a knee and set up what would be a potential game-winning field goal try. And if you're thinking field goal from here, it's 48 yards. I think they'd like to get him a little help now on 3rd down and move it closer. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for but couldn't secure it. And this one's over. Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance, but couldn't find a way to score.
They definitely had hope. They definitely had opportunity. Just unable to cash in at the end. Not an easy play by any stretch, but they definitely had a chance.
So for the Ravens, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Dallas, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.